So with this one trick that I'm going to tell you about music, you can like play instruments really well and write songs really well and know all the theory in the world, and you can go on the internet forums and show all your knowledge, and you're going to be able to produce well and record well and mix well with just this one secret. Except it doesn't work like that. Now this video is going to be sort of like a rant kind of thing, but I don't want to pose it as a rant because that feels overly negative to me. I'm not necessarily upset at this, I just want to kind of clarify things and just kind of talk about this and maybe give you some insight about why you maybe clicked on this video. But anyway, the topic of this video is really talking about videos or resources or just anything in general that are like, oh, if you do this one thing, your mixes will be insanely better. Or if you do this one thing, then you'll learn how to play guitar really well. Or do this one thing to play really fast. And, you know, I get it. Like, I make videos and I want people to watch my videos. So I get using those titles and stuff like that. And I put no fault on people who make content like this. I mean, even this video is kind of like that in a way. But it sort of has to deal with the consumer. For one, clickbaity things are good for getting people to watch. It's good to get people's attention. And while there's sort of bad kind of clickbait where it's like, oh, I do this, and then you get rickrolled, or like it's something very nonsensy. And that was going on a lot during the early days of YouTube. I remember growing up and seeing all these things just running wild. They're like, oh, check out this like spoiler from this TV show that never happened, and then like it's just like some random stuff. But the logic behind this and what good creators do, or at least what I think good creators do, is like do this in order to just get people to watch. You know, it's like good valuable information that they're trying to share, but it's like a way to get your attention and click on the video and actually like digest the information. But it also comes from people wanting the one solution, and I get it because like I've been there several times, you know. But the more I learn and the more I get into this and the more I grow older, the more I realize there's not one solution. It's just a bunch of different solutions, and you're never gonna find that one thing that makes everything click. Although you might, but that's really just a chain reaction. It's not the one thing that you just found out that helped you put it all together. It was all the things that you got before. I think about YouTube in this sort of way. YouTube is a vast sea of a bunch of material. I see a lot of content talking about education and stuff like that. And what I hear from a lot of people is like, oh yeah, there's just so much stuff, but like, who do I believe or something like that. And I've even experienced this myself where I'm like watching a video and I'm like, they didn't talk about what I'm trying to talk about. But YouTube is a free resource. Like none of you are paying money to see this. And currently I'm not making any money off of making this video. So the caveat to YouTube is like, it's all free, but you have to sift through all the information. A lot of times people will ask you to pay for certain things in order to give you the direct answer, which is like, oh man, I want this information for free, I don't have any money. But it's like, they have to make a living too, you know? Like, it's hard to make videos full-time and not expect some kind of compensation because, you know, creators gotta eat too. But anyway, before I get too off topic, the real message that I want to deliver here is that there's not any one solution, but it takes a lot. And this also goes into the discussion of talent versus hard work. But honestly, from all the great musicians I've met, all the great mixing engineers, everyone I've studied with, like, none of them just kind of woke up and was naturally good at it. The talent does help you to an extent. Like, if you're naturally good at guitar the first time you grab it, you're gonna want to play it more and there's less of a hurdle to get over it. But that talent expires at some point and, like, you have to put in the hard work. And on the topic of this, I'm currently reading Dave Grohl's autobiography / memoir kind of thing. And one thing he talks about is how he didn't have a drum set growing up and his like mom couldn't afford a drum set. So he was learning how to drum on pillows to records. And like he talks about basically all the hurdles he had to go over from like touring with Scream, not really having any money, surviving on 3 corn dogs for $1 per day with Nirvana at the beginning, and kind of the grind up to where he got now. So if you're interested in hearing that story, which is like some kind of pretty accurate and personal representation of how someone who's extremely like famous and successful and talented got to where he is, that's a good one to check out. I'll leave the link in the description so that way you can check that out. You know, when I post a video and I play something, it's like, okay, cool. Everyone watching has seen only the best take. You know, you don't see the 20 minutes of edited footage where I messed up and repeated it over and over and over again. You only see the final thing. And you also don't see the years and years of practice behind that. When I was an undergrad, I was trying to practice 6 to 8 hours a day. And so I've put in a lot of time and effort trying to get to this certain level. And part of that time was spent just going through everything and trying to get through all the options and just working through all the things. And so if you're watching this looking for like that one thing to make you better, there's not really going to be a one thing. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But that being said, it's a bunch of little things. And if you keep chipping away, if you keep doing the work and you keep sort of building a house, there's one book that I like to recommend, which is Lessons from a Streetwise Professor. And one of the things he talks about is Legos. In essence, he talks about how everything you do stacks up on top of each other and collectively makes this like big house. It's like each thing that you do is Legos. Like Oh, I practice my scales. Oh, I practice my arpeggios. Oh, I practice my chords. Oh, I practice I don't know, chord scales. I learned some theory today. All of that stuff doesn't live independently. They're all connected with each other. And the more you have, the more it builds up. So while there's not that one thing that'll make you better, each and every little thing that you get will help you improve in whatever you're doing. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be music. It could be anything in your life. It's whatever skill that you're learning. So I just wanted to put this quick video out there. And while I'm plugging things, I actually just finished my debut album called Rest Unrest. I actually recorded this video a little over a month ago, but the album is out now. Check it out. I got some CDs. Check out all the links in the description. Go listen to it, please. Thank you. On this album, I recorded all the guitar parts. I did all the composition. I did the mixing. I sort of helped with engineering. Like I gave mic choices that I liked. And yeah, go check it out. It's something that I'm really proud of. All the links are going to be in the description below. But thank you so much for watching till the end. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of video. I know I didn't really give that much information. I just kind of talked at you. But I hope that you found this information useful. And as always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. But I'll see you in the next video. Take care.